Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to episode 5 of the Miami Dolphins realistic fantasy franchise rebuild. We are going to head into week 12 here, sitting at 6-4. Okay, so last week we played at Hard Rock Stadium against the Las Vegas Raiders. We dropped that game 28-23. Those Raiders, they have quite the team. We also lost Jayden Daniels for the season. Partial ACL tear. Fuck, it's almost tempting to just put Sly at quarterback and just throw the season. We'll be more honorable than that. We will sim it out with Mullins. Okay, we got Justin Jefferson, Pierce, Kyron, Jalen, Mullins, Dobbs, Burks, Pitts, Alt, Ruiz, Brewer, Dickerson, Slater. Looking forward to the draft. I'm thinking maybe if possible, if we could get an upgraded center, that could be an option. We got Stevens, Witherspoon, Ringo, Bishop, Tyreek Smith, Kalen Bullock. So I trust those guys. Once May's gone, we'll keep it young. Kamara obviously always hurt. Wagner could be gone next year, but we got Dean here, so he's a good replacement candidate. That is something we could look at in the draft, depending. A good solid linebacker or a big defensive tackle wouldn't hurt either. Offensively, just we want to build around speed, so if we could get either a strong O-lineman or a fast receiver, fast running back, those would probably be the only ways we would go. Quick update on Jettis. We have to get him to 100 catches and 20 carries by the end of the year. Those were his demands. We're going to respect them. It's Justin Jefferson, bro. So let's just advance here. So Witherspoon with the player of the week. It's pretty cool. At least we could take one positive out of that game from last week. But let's just go ahead and sim another week. Okay, so we did drop the game to the Patriots. Looking quickly at the playoff picture, we are not in it. 3 picks. Wow. Defense continues to play well. They're kind of scaring me a little bit. They might be able to keep us in contention for playoffs. Hopefully not, honestly. And we win. We're just going to go ahead and jump right back into simming. It's another loss. And we're not putting up many points. I feel like it is our defense kind of holding us together here. Joe Alt will just continue to go power. And he will gain an ability slot. I'll try this one. I think it's worth it to start this tree just to get to there. So we don't have enough yet, but we'll start that tree and we'll just go 1-1-1 type of thing just so we can get that one reveal one dev trait. Because we could probably utilize that next year, depending on how we draft. Okay, so we are last in the AFC East, 7-6. It's kind of a tight division, though, as well as I feel like most are. AFC-wise, it's looking like the Chiefs are pulling away as favorites, which is pretty funny. We'll check NFC quick here, too. NFC is just tight, okay. So these are the top 3 kind of teams. Jets beat us last week. Chiefs, I mean, can you believe that? In the fantasy draft, they picked the best team. Our offense is rated at an 87 overall right now. But it's our defense that has been holding us together. Game against the Texans, who are 6-7, we lose to them 23-17 to move to 7-7. We got Jefferson second in yardage in the league still, so that's pretty cool. He's played about 5 weeks without his starting quarterback. Jets have clinched. Chiefs have clinched. We are 8-7. We won last week, which sucks. But let's check out the playoff picture. We're still not relevant. We'd prefer that draft pick to be a little higher. We lost our starting quarterback, and we still have enough talent to win probably like 50% of our games here. Nick Mullins against a tough D. We'll see how it goes. We pull off the win, 38-10. We're still out of the playoff picture. This is almost becoming worst case scenario. We're winning games. We're still going to miss playoffs. We have the Jets last. They have clinched. They are first in the AFC. I mean, if you look at this league, though, it's so close all the way through. Okay, big moment here. We will simulate against the 1 seed in the AFC East, the Jets. This will pretty much decide our fate, I think. I think we could squeak into a wild card spot with a win. With a loss, we are going straight to the offseason. So let's see how this plays out. We lost 35-0. Okay, he hit 100. So he hit one of his goals on the dot. He actually had a decent season. Ended up with 15 carries. 15 carries for 2 yards. Hey Loki, what's up? Are you gonna be in the video? Are you gonna be in the video? Yeah, you're in the video now. So he has 42 career rushing yards. 42 career rushing yards on 27 attempts. You're predicted to run for 1,300. Okay, so on this one, we hit our rushing goal. So we're going to earn some XP for the offense. We didn't get him those 20 carries, but he still is happy. He earned XP and morale. Okay, so that's good. That's awesome. We're happy with that. Cole Bishop, 4 skill points. I'll just throw him all in zone. So he's a big guy. He's now 21 years old, 80 overall already, star dev. Pretty crazy, actually. His zone coverage is 82. Great athleticism. Jayden Daniels. So nice little boost here for Jayden Daniels as well, getting him up to 80 overall. 23 years old. Let's see what his injury is ranked at. Okay, 87, so not too bad. The re-injury of that ACL, I'm assuming, is not super high, so can't be too upset. Heading into year 2, we'll see if we could have a big bounce back. Okay, we got a contract extension, 3-year, $5 million. We'll take that, baby. We're happy to be back. You know, the bracket, all pretty winning teams. Okay, so we got the Jets and the Chargers, favorites out of the AFC. NFC, you got Vikings and Packers, favorites to come out of the NFC. Okay, so the 2 favorites come out of the AFC. That's going to be a good game. NFC, Minnesota versus Seattle. Vikings will be favorite to make it to the Super Bowl. Pro Bowl, we got Jefferson, Dickerson, we got Alt, second right tackle. Patrick Queen, starting middle linebacker. Devin Witherspoon, the 4th corner, pretty good too. Okay, so I did not know this until now. Patrick Mahomes is on the Vikings, and they lost last week to Seattle. So it'll be the Chargers and Seahawks. Mahomes wins MVP. Pickens, Offensive Player of the Year. Von Miller, Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year, you got Jefferson at 7th. Defensive Player of the Year, Patrick Queen at 2nd. Wow. Witherspoon top 10 as well. Rookie of the Year, Marvin Harrison Jr. Jayden Daniels ended up 7th in the race. He plays the full season. I predict that he wins it. Patrick Queen 2nd in Defensive Player of the Year ranking. Finishes 5th in best linebacker. Best DB at Witherspoon, number 2. Pretty solid. Chargers, Seahawks. Let's rip through this real quick. Lamar Jackson. Nick Chubb. Ranked 99 overall. Okay. So they got 2 99s off the bat. Garrett Wilson. Darius Slayton. Roman Wilson. Noah Fant. You got Colton Miller. Quentin Nelson. Oh my. Alright, y'all. Unfortunately, we ran out of disk space, and it took me quite a while to realize it. But we didn't miss much. The Chargers did win the Super Bowl. I went through the rest of their roster. It's a really stacked roster, so just gonna have to take my word on that. It's a pretty crazy roster. So obviously Jayden kind of fell off at the end there and then tore his ACL. We're hoping for a bounce back for him. Kyron, 10 touchdowns is pretty solid. Jayden was doing a pretty good job on the ground until he got hurt. Jalen Wright, not too bad. Not too shabby. Jefferson, we've seen already, he had a pretty big year. Dobbs and Pitts kind of split that number 2. And then the running backs, along with Alec Pierce, were kind of the 3. Although Pierce finished second in touchdowns, which is interesting. Kind of a red zone guy, I guess. You're going to be seeing some names that don't seem familiar here. We've already played out free agency a little bit. So Demario Davis we got. I'll show you guys how in a second. But yeah, we picked up Demario Davis to go right next to Queen. I think Wagner's dropped down to an 81 overall. So he's more of a third linebacker type of guy. These will be our 2 starters, which will be fun to see. So yeah, he finished second in DPOY. Tackles, he had a shit ton. Tackle for loss, sacks, picks. So I guess because he was kind of doing a little bit of everything, that kind of got him into that conversation. 2 touchdowns as well. So yeah, pretty massive year for Patrick Queen. He will still be the starter. Demario Davis is in his age 36 season. So it'll be Patrick Queen will get 100% of the snaps is what I'm going to try to make it out to be. So he missed games too. 10.5 sacks though, which is pretty solid. So we only really have 1 elite pass rusher, which is not ideal. But the rookie Darius Robinson also got after it a little bit. That was his only stat metric. He was just getting sacks really all year. That's all he did for us. But clearly we're a team in need of that production. So interceptions, Devin Witherspoon finished with 6 touchdowns. Those 2, our top 2 picks. Both had very good seasons, so we're happy to see that. The price kind of paid off for these 2. Both Pro Bowl. Both made it to the Pro Bowl, so that's pretty cool. So, to get you guys caught up on how free agency went, day 1, we've seen the top 100, and this is accurate here. So, about 10 running backs in the top 10. Only 1 player sticking out. Sure, he's 36 years old, but, you know, I'll take 1 season of Demario Davis all day long. Get him on my roster. Superstar X Factor. Absolute beast. Still 90 overall at his age. We threw him 17 mil. Sure, man. We'll give you 17 mil. You're playing for our team this year. We have lots of cash to spend right now. It's a no-brainer for us. He said he had no other place that he was targeting to play for, so he's happy to be here. Okay, so I did crash out, but it looks like all my signings went through. So our roster was down to like 50 players. I had to kind of beef us back up. We signed Tyquan Thornton. I know obviously he's already 25, but 96 speed. We're going to get that onto the roster. And then other than that, just some older, for the most part, just depth guys. Mostly like just guys I expect to be on the special teams units. And yeah, just filled out the roster a little bit. Alright guys, a few technical difficulties here, but we're back. We are picking at number 16 in the draft. Alright y'all, so our guys that we're looking at here in the draft, guys we think we have a chance at getting anyway. Okay, so Whitfield's 1 guy. Looks like his actual talent is a 3 to 4 round range though, which kind of sucks. Because he's the fastest player in the draft class, I would say. So that's kind of shitty. Here's a halfback. We're better off taking him. Let's check out his player card. He's running a 4.36. Not the strongest, but athletically he's pretty amazing. Shows good ball security. Fights for every inch. Avoids big hits. Sells at creating yards after catch. So pretty interesting prospect here. Elusive back with decent strength, solid break tackle, great vision, good break tackle, good carrying, good catching traffic. Not a great juke move. A great pass blocker. Seems like a good trucking. Like he seems like just like a balanced back. 5'11", 213, 22 years old. So that's somebody we could keep an eye on. This linebacker who would actually make the most sense for us. He's ranked around 1 to 2. Kind of depending where we could get him though, right? He is a run stopper. Delivers bone-crushing hits. Struggles to find the ball. Has a motor that runs through the whistle. Often looks to rip the ball. Lacks discipline, resulting in avoidable penalties. But do we want to spend the first round pick on him? Elite jumping, elite strength. Otherwise, he's kind of good all the way around the board. He could be the type of guy that would replace Demario and Bobby Wagner next year. Antoine Brown, ranked 26th too. Seems like he might be the play here. He kind of fits our build, you know? This next user pick. Okay, I thought I fucked up there for a second, but I didn't. Thank God. Okay, so it went, I think, exactly basically how the 5th mock draft went. So it's like the Bears stink as much in the game as they do in real life. They get themselves another high pick. This time they're going to take Sanders, try their luck there. So interesting storyline at least. Jayden Daniels goes to Tampa Bay. I think that's pretty cool. Honestly, I think those top 3 teams are pretty cool to have up there because I feel like they're not the greatest teams in real life. You got the Browns up there, the Falcons, the Titans, the Jags. It's kind of funny how things worked out. The Chargers are elite though, which in real life, not really. And we're looking like a pretty tough team this year, but we ended up with this pick, 16, pretty high. Very happy about it. I know what we're going to do. It might be a reach. Okay, so plain and simple here, we're taking Antoine Brown. I know we're stacked at middle linebacker, but we're only stacked there for about this year. So here comes our pick. Like he's ranked around 1 to 2. So I think he's more of a mid-70s maybe overall. Antoine Brown was ranked number 24 in True Value and you drafted him at 16. Okay. He's got good instincts to read and diagnose plays, consistent tackler, film is filled with massive hits. So we might have reached a touch, 8 spots. I'm not too upset about that, A+. Hidden dev trait. So we'll probably spend those franchise points on that. Okay, so we got 85 speed, 88 excel. Decent athlete for the position, especially for a run stopper. He's a hard hitter. We don't see his hit power here, but he is a in hit power, A in tackling. So he's just going to be a pure prototype. Good finesse moves, you know. Not a cover guy, but he's a prototype. And I think he's a good pick. The more I think about our first round pick, the more happy I am about it. I think he's just a bust-proof pick. We're weak up front. Like our linebacker was stacked, but we're weak up front. And he's a run-stopping linebacker, like just a beast. I think he just fits. Okay, so I think this is where we're gonna go. Let's take a look at the player card again. Very fast, you know. He might not be a immediate presence, but he probably takes over Jalen Wright's role a little bit. The speed's there. The vision's there. The pass catching's there. Just an overall solid player. I think we're going to take him. Okay, another good pick. Drops B. We got a B for that one. Drops his pads and plows through early arm tacklers. He's an elusive back, so having those type of traits is pretty cool. Works hard to protect, will drop pads. So, like, he's a physical back for an elusive back. Ranked close to right where we took him. We're happy. Another hidden dev trait. He's 94 fucking speed. Holy shit, guys. We got a good player here. It's kind of a three-headed committee. Maybe we move on from, depending on his overall, maybe we move on from Kyron Williams this year and we just split it. Dion Edmonds, Kyron. We'll see if, or sorry, Dion Edmonds and Jalen Wright. Maybe we see what we could get for Kyron. The athleticism is there. He is a freak athlete. Right, just what we wanted to build the team around. See how we can mix him in. That speed and strength mixture is just incredible. The juke move, obviously we want that to be a bit higher. But the pass block, the vision, the trucking, break tackle. A physical back, man. A physical back. Second fastest in the draft here. And he graded out actually really well all around. Good hands. Route running needs some work. It's tough to pass on this. We're going to take him. Okay, so a little bit of a reach, but not too bad. Quiet, soft hands that catch everything. No issue catching through traffic. Highlight reel catches are the norm. I find it interesting that he's ranked so low. He must have a shit overall. He's fast. He's big. Hidden dev. Great hands, like we've seen earlier. The route running is obviously lacking quite a bit. Maybe that's where the route running and the yak ability might be why he's rated a little low. Just good hands, physical guy. But we'll take that all day. He's an athlete. He's a big freak athlete, man. Wow. Wow. I'm probably going to take him. Pursuit A, tackle A. Zone coverage B. Block shooting B. He's not a pass rush guy, but he's solid. We'll take him. True value is 113. High IQ. Wrap up. Slow. But that's not... Our first round pick was the same speed. His agility's a little slow. But I feel like we could move these guys around a little bit. He could be an end, like a right end for us. We'll see what we could do with him. Normal dev as well, but that's okay. I'll take him even, like round 7, I'll take him even as a special teams guy. He has the best speed in the draft, probably out of anybody. He's a receiver. He ran a 4.2. And this is still a reach. He can't catch the ball, I guess. But he's 99 speed. Stick him on fucking kick return, bro. I feel like we've seen this guy earlier, and we thought he was... We'll take him, he's fast. Fuck it, whatever. Ranked 208, true value is 208, so... Does he have NFL speed? Let's see. Let's see, bro. I would say so. Average recognition, sometimes loses receivers. We'll take him as a depth piece. Not the best first round pick. We won't be too upset. We'll let him develop this year, and then next year he will be in the starting role with Patty Queen there. Our number 2, just a fast guy. He's going to mix in hopefully a little bit this year. Overall, Looks like these guys will be more based for the future. Maybe our defensive players get mixed in a bit because we do run pretty deep. But these guys will probably be just bench pieces this year. Next year they probably get ramped up a little bit. Okay, so we are back in year 2025 here. Starting up front, Slater started up 91, 26 years old. Dickerson, I believe, same age, 86. Brewer, 75. Ruiz, 79. Alt's 22 years old. 86 overall, superstar dev. So happy to have him, that's for sure. Kyle Pitts at tight end. A little bit of depth there. We added a bunch of depth in free agency at all these positions. Jayden Daniels back into the pilot seat. We are so happy to have him back. I'm so excited to play game 1. Jet, Pierce, Baker on this side. We got Dobbs, Burks, Bradfield, the draft pick. I don't know if he ever makes this team. Maybe not the best pick. We got Mike White backing up Jayden Daniels in case shit goes down this year again. Nick Mullins last year just couldn't quite cut it. Kyron, Jalen, Edmonds. Be looking to move maybe one of these guys this year because we don't really want a 3-headed monster. We could look to move one for, let's say, like a center, a young center, or like a Kyron for that, or like Kyron for a high-end pick. Make a deal. Looks like we want Tyke Smith and Bishop as our safeties. Bullock will have to mix in other ways. Hicks. Is that our... Yeah, that's our rookie pick, too. So he'll be playing a run-stopper role on the outside. Demario Davis, second franchise X-Factor player. First on the defensive side. This is just our pass rush guy. Tyke Smith, I seen him make a real-life tackle today, so I feel like he'll be able to hold it down there. Next year, this will be our... next to Patrick Queen, linebacker. Mr. Brown. See what people would want for Kyron. Solid corner. Cam Taylor Britt. Trent Brown. A little too old. Here's an interesting one though. Quinyon Mitchell. A 24-year-old superstar dev. Oh, that's gonna be a tough one to pass up. I might have to just take that right now. I think it's a fair deal too. We'll try to take a look at the realism between the two because I don't want... It is fair though, that's the thing. Kyron I feel like is a pretty hefty price. Xavier Worthy though, 98 speed, bro. I'm probably going to take him over that corner. Try to work something else out for that corner maybe. Take the Saints deal. I'm taking it. And then, so we just got Xavier Worthy. We just picked him up for Kyron Williams. And we got a few picks as well. Getting close. But another third. And 3/3. Okay, we got him. I like to make it realistic and go after like a... Okay, this is the guy we want. I think we're already... Well, we're not super close, but if I throw in like a... fourth... and like a couple of corners, I think that gets it done. Not quite. I mean, Dobbs. Throwing Dobbs. Go Jetworthy. I'm willing to throw in Dobbs, which makes it really close. We just go with the 5th then, I guess, maybe. Okay, so we got our future center as well now. So after a few trades, let's go and take another look. I hope this is realistic enough. I feel like I gave a lot to get a lot. I drafted this running back. So I give up a superstar running back to bring in Xavier Worthy. Give up Dobbs and a bunch of picks to bring in Feliz to kind of help build on this already young, solid offensive line. I think I got a little bit jealous of the Chargers O-line there. Some of our youth gets to shine through. Now we have that speed threat. Now we have these 2 speed threats. It's a little less slow. This is the way I wanted to go. I wanted to build off speed. We have a lot more of that now. Jefferson, I mean, speed don't matter with Jefferson. Speed don't matter with Jefferson. The GOAT right there. That's just the GOAT. New look offense. We improve the O-line. We improve the weapons. Minus Kyron. But I think it's worth the price. Minus Kyron and Dobbs. Add Edmonds and Worthy. Minus some studs for a little more speed. You got Bishop. He's forever probably going to be our safety. Bishop and Tyke. We'll see how he performs this year. He replaces May. May was a veteran 80 overall safety last year. He's down to a 73. We're just, thank God we didn't pay him. Not worth it. I got Owe. He broke out last year pretty hard. He was hurt quite a bit, but he still popped off. Stud right there. Demario Davis for a year. Probably these 2 for a year. Wagner, Davis, 1 year. Patty Queen, Brown, the future. Patty Queen already a beast. Hicks, he'll probably mix in on the line kind of thing, like both of them will. More of a run stop type of. He's a rookie, our rookie. Bullock mixes in at the 4th corner and one of the substitute linebackers if needed. Witherspoon's our number 1. Quincy Mitchell's our number 2. He could play slot too, eh? Ability slots. Let's see what he is. He's more of a slot guy too. Zone slot guy. But we'll probably have him outside. Doesn't have a ton. We'll just go flat zone, mid zone then. To get Quincy Mitchell onto this team. This is a totally new look team. Our defense has improved a lot. Keely Ringo moves to our number 4 corner, which I already liked him as a number 3. Stevens will be our number 3. And who plays slot? Witherspoon for sure, but who will be the secondary slot guy? So Ringo and Stevens will be our outside guys if we can make that happen. No changes up front. And that's pretty much it. Demario Davis, Quincy Mitchell are our big pickups defensively. Another rookie 1st round pick, Antoine Brown mixing in. I got Feliz we pick up for center to replace Brewer. Xavier Worthy replacing Dobbs. Wright replacing Kyron Williams with Edmonds as the backup. Dolphins get a grade of a B-, so not bad. I'm really happy about our team, the way it looks. So we'll sim through preseason. Our 2024 was lost due to Jayden Daniels getting hurt. I'll have to redo the depth chart for sure. I said our goal was to create a speedy team and a mean defense and a fast offense. So our 3rd goal, I guess, was to make the O-line as fucking impressive as possible. I don't think we could get too much better than this. The interior here, we could, but we'll see what Feliz dev trait is. Alright, also the team is looking a lot different right now. I would say in a positive way it's looking different. We kind of upped the speed. Xavier Worthy, Jalen Wright starter now. Edmonds, good draft pick. And then on D, we get a little bit more of a big beast in there with Demario Davis over Bobby Wagner, who regressed to an 81 overall. We got Quincy Mitchell on the outside. So the offense is looking good, ready for a new season, a fresh start. Jayden Daniels is back. The O-line looking juicy still. We'll have to reorder this depth chart. But we'll do that in the next episode. That's the first thing we'll do, is reorder this depth chart. And we will get into week 1 against the Falcons. It's looking like we are probably pretty heavy favorites at home against them. I can't see this team missing playoffs. I think we will be projecting more than 10 wins, maybe like 11, 12 wins this year for this team. I think that this team could compete with the Chargers. I think this team could compete with the Raiders. I think this team could compete with the Chiefs, the Vikings. Those will be the 4 top dogs. I think the Dolphins will mix in with that. Let's see if we can make a playoff run in 2025. Thank you for watching the video. We'll see you in the next one.